in these itihasas. So today, Amiji will take us back in time to rediscover our own itihas of Bharat from a fresh perspective. And let's all put our hands together.
Itihasa. We call them mythology. Mythology in itself is really not a bad thing. Right? It has become in most cases. Yeah. Mythology is a belief system of a group of people. It could be true, it could be false. It doesn't necessarily mean false. However, in the context, the word mythology is used, especially to talk about Indian text, is problematic because mythology is so said as mithya, hence false. वहाँ तक भी ठीक है, You say that okay, this is only entertainment. वहाँ तक भी ठीक है. But the problem comes when on one end it is called mythology, and we are told that you don't have this itihasa, but on the other end there are narratives created based on these exact texts to label an entire civilization, sometimes as misogynist, sometimes as casteist, and whatnot. Yeah. So one of the uddesha, one of the purpose of the books as well as the talks that I do is to ensure that we know the itihas for what it is based on the text. Also, I don't want to act as a defense lawyer for anyone. Okay? Because we don't need to be defense lawyers. We need to know history for what it is. Our search has to be for the truth. So don't think of me here as a defense lawyer for Sri Ram or accusing lawyer for Karna or something like that. It's not that. Yeah. So the answers also will be based on what the text says. Whatever question you have. Also, these stories, this history has sustained for so many years. They don't need us to defend them. They just need us to know them. Okay? So what I said, knowing the history for what it is important in order to own the narrative that has today become almost a warfare, especially in US, what you know, all that is going on. Yeah. But the other important thing is the purpose for which the itihas is given to us. It is not, the itihas is not a text to judge people. Yeah, the way it has become today. Hey, Sri Ram ne kiya tha kiya. I slip into Hindi beech mein. If anybody doesn't understand, please stop. Yeah. So, is Sri Ram, was he right? Was he wrong? Is this fair? Is it unfair? Karna is better, Arjuna is better. Of course, all these judgments will come. Okay, there is no running away from it. That's not how psychology works. However, if we stop there, then that's a problem. Because the texts have a purpose, and I know a lot of you heard my podcast, it's pretty much like repeating the same thing over and over again. But we must know the definition of itihas that has been given to us. Anybody knows? Anybody wants to say it before I do? Itihasa, which is as it was. And the definition, the shloka.
धर्मार्थ काम मोक्षाणां समुपदेशम् उपस्थितं यथा उक्तं कथा इतिहासं प्रति.
Super, thank you so much. Dharma artha kam mokshana upadesha samanitam purvamuttam kathayuktam itihasam prachakshate. Purvamuttam, no confusion. Something that has happened in the past. Only that is called itihas. Something that has happened in the past. Kathayuktam, it has an element of katha. Which means there might be some metaphors used, there might be some exaggerations. But by and large, to dismiss history just because one or two metaphors don't make sense to us today is quite wrong. Also, our rishis are very clear in their classification. We have a very detailed classification because it's not as if we have one book, right? That is our religion. We have a library, and within that we have Shruti, Smriti. Shrutis are the Veda Upanishads. Yeah? Smriti is basically everything else, which includes the Dharma Shastras, which includes the Darshanas, which includes Itihas, which includes Puran. Now think of it. We have Itihas and Puran, which are more often used together. But even there is a difference between Itihas and Puran. कुछ तो सोचा होगा ना when they were doing it. They did not call Dharma Shastra Abhidya Shakuntala of Kalidas. It is based on a story from Itihas, right? He has also taken creative liberty. So even in the Kavya tradition, in the Natya tradition, we have had instances of people, of Kavis taking creative liberty. The difference though was that the Shraddha was still intact when they were doing what they were doing. Yeah? The idea was not narrative building. The idea was not political warfare as it has become. Even today, I have no issues with people taking creative liberties, let them, great. However, we must be able to differentiate between facts and fiction. Yeah. Because what happens is when they start calling mythology, one is narrative building, the other thing is you can write whatever you want. It is mine, my Ramayana, my Mahabharata, my Gita. And so, a text which is meant to give us Upadesha of Dharma Artha Kama Moksha of Chaturveda Purusharth becomes a text of Aryan Ram fighting a Dravidian Ravana. I mean, come on. Yeah. And it's very interesting. I have great box in the book where I'm trying to analyze how many times and who have been called Arya and Anarya in Ramayana itself. Now you see the wickedness, if I may, of people who make these texts about Aryan. In Ramayana, Sri Ram is called Arya by Sitaji. Okay, Ravana is called Arya by Mandodari and other Rakshasas. Vali is called Arya by Tara. Yeah. Kaikeyi is called Anarya because of her actions by Dashrath. Angad, so when Kumbhakaran has come to fight on the battlefield and all the Vanars were scared, so they were trying to run away. So Angad tells them, don't behave like Anaryas. Yeah, don't behave like Anaryas. We Aryas stick. It's better to die on the battlefield rather than running away. So stick here. Ravana calls Vibhishan Anarya because Vibhishan is telling him what you're doing is wrong. Let's sit away. Yeah. So now, if it is about Aryan Dravidian, then even if I use the racial lens, then all of them consider themselves Aryans only. Right? There is no Dravidian impact there at all. But if you read the text, you realize that Arya and Anarya is not really used in the racial sense. It is used in the sense of a quality. Civilized, uncivilized. Gentleman, non-gentleman. That's how it is used. But even if I want to say no to racial, because Arya with people and the quality of Aryanness is with people, even then this doesn't hold because Ravana is also called Arya. He is himself calling himself Arya. Yeah. So the narrative actually has no basis, but it still becomes popular. Why? Because we don't know our text. And hence we just consume whatever is told to us. Okay. Of course, not to blame anybody, the texts are huge. So सबके लिए possible भी नहीं है. But then, it's not that difficult also. They are out there if you understand. Anyways, the number of people who are here and the reason my books are selling is also because people are curious. So I'm very, very hopeful about the turn how people are taking. So thank you so much for that. I started with Arya and Arya. What else should I cover before moving? So I was studying the purpose of Itihas to give us the Upadesh of Dharmartha Kama. Narrative is one, understanding the truth is one, but the most important is how do we use the text in our lives? Or rather, why the texts are there in the first place? It is not just for entertainment. They are very entertaining, we relate to it, but today is all fine. But essentially, they are giving us Upadesh. Now, to give Upadesh, we didn't require Itihas separately. We had Dharma Shastra, which were telling us do this, don't do this. If you do this, this will be the sin incurred, the papa incurred. If you do this, this will be the punya incurred. All that is there. And still we have Itihas, which is also doing the same thing of giving us Upadesh. Then what are the Itihas really? How do we even think of it? How many management students we have here or people who learn management? You have case study methods? What are case studies and why do you have case studies?
Define a representation of the business problems that we might face, so that where we can apply our values or something that we can find solution.
Correct. You also have theory. And in addition, you have the case study.
Yeah, it's like application.
Absolutely. To see how does that theory actually work in life, in action. It makes the theory come alive. It helps us understand that what is this Karma Siddhanta all about? Why does everybody keep talking about it? Gita Krishna keeps talking about controlling the mind of Indriya Nigraha, all of that. Why is that important? Because people who have lived a life of balance, of control, not giving in to their impulses, have achieved a certain position in life. And those who haven't done that, or those who have become slaves to their senses, have behaved in a certain way, and that has led to their downfall. It is not because Krishna is biased and unbiased. It is not because the Samaj is bad and treating somebody badly just because of his janma. No, that is not the point. That is absolutely not the point. And hence, again, knowing Itihas for what Itihas is important to take the right lessons from it. It's not as if the villains that we have are all bad villains. Yeah? It's not as if God and Satan is all bad qualities. No. They have lots of good qualities. I don't call them virtues, but they have lots of good qualities. Ravan, the first time Hanuman ji sees Ravan in Ravan's court, yeah, his immediate the words coming out of his mouth are Aho Rupa, Aho Dhiryam, Aho Sattva, Aho Dhyuti, Aho Rakshasa Rajyasya, Sarva Lakshana Yukta. Look at his Rupa, look at his personality, look at his stages. He has all lakshans of being a great man. Yadi adharma na balavan syat, if only his adharma was not this strong, he would have ruled the three lokas along with Indra. That much potential this man has. So there is a if. Yadi adharma na balavan syat, if only there was not so much adharma in him. Mandodari says something very important. She says a person will get the karma phala of the action he does. Okay, that is one. But she says something even more interesting. She says, Pura jitva ajitan indriyani. You won over your indriyas before, and what happened then? Jitva tribhuvantraya. You won over the three lokas. How? By winning over your senses. What is she saying? When he did the tapasya, he got the vada. Doing tapasya is a bhagirathi task. Right? You have to be extremely disciplined. You need to have a lot of persistence. You can't be impulsive. And we talk about the story of Vishwamitra before I open up the questions. It's a beautiful story about how doing tapasya is actually about Indriya Nigraha. Yeah. So anyway, so she says you did all of this and you won over your senses, and by winning over your senses, you won over the Tribhuvana. You achieved whatever you wanted. But these Indriyas, they remembered Tat Vairam, that enmity, they remembered that you had controlled them. So what did they do? Tava Nirjita, they won over you. And that led to your downfall. No narrative, no Aryan Dravidian. Mandodari is saying this. That your downfall is not because of Ram or anybody. Your downfall is because you became slaves to your senses. Krishna says no in Gita, chapter 2, there is a lamba shloka. Rayato Vishayantunsaha Sangasteshu Vajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodhoti Jayate Krodha Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibrama Buddhi Nasho Buddhi Nashat Pranashyati. When you become too attached in something, you want it madly. Yeah, that karma. When you don't get it, there is krodha, you become angry. When you become angry, there is a loss of memory. You don't realize that, oh, is this my brother? Is this, am I doing a good thing? Am I doing a bad thing? No memory. You forget that. You become impulsive and do things which you shouldn't be doing. Yeah. So you become deluded, there is memory loss. When that happens, your buddhi nasha happens. Vivek buddhi goes for a toss now. The way we behave when we are very angry would not be the way we would behave if we were not angry. After doing what we do, sometimes we think, "Arey yaar, kyun kar rahe?" We regret our actions. judging who's right or wrong. But the krodha is so powerful that it leads to buddhi nasha. And when the buddhi nasha happens, pranashati, destruction is going to happen. And that is why Ravana ka fall has happened. Not because of any other reason. The same goes for Mahabharata. The same goes for Mahabharata. Duryodhana, of course, we know. Yeah. What was the issue with Duryodhana? Anybody?
Yes.
Matsarya, jealousy, extreme jealousy. Okay, why did the Mahabharata war happen? What was that turning point where the Mahabharata war happened?
Yeah.
Draupadi's Cheerharan or something else? No. She laughs.
Draupadi lost and
Okay, she laughed. Let's assume she laughed. So do you think that's a justified reason for making this war happen? Again, I'll tell you something very interesting. Usually it is answered that Draupadi laughed and hence Duryodhana felt insulted and hence he did what he did. Many a times women give me this answer only. And I'm like, how well you have internalized misogyny. Tell me something, even if she laughed, in Mahabharata she is not laughing, she is not even there. So there is no Andhika Putra. Okay, so this incident itself is not there. But even if it was there, was Draupadi around when Duryodhana tried to kill his cousins by burning them with Aksharuda? No. Right? Was Draupadi there when as young kids Duryodhana tried to poison people? Then how can Draupadi, even if she loves, be responsible for it? But we buy it. Why? Because TV serial में दिखाया and Yudhishthira is blaming her. We're like, fine, yeah, बोल दिया, the ego of the man is hurt. And then we have sayings like, why do wars happen? Jal Juru Jabi. So you have to go to your good symbol. Right? We must ask. Now, इसमें we can't even blame the Britishers or the leftists. अपना बुद्धि है ना? So anyway, it is not Draupadi. This incident itself is not there. This is a Buddhist masala added. This is not there in any manuscript. So that matter is not there in any retelling of it. I don't know where it's come from. Yeah. But it is not her. It is Duryodhana and sometimes such another thing you say. Krishna knew everything. He wanted the war to happen. And that is why he didn't stop the war. Okay. Eventually, कुछ नहीं तो कृष्ण के सर पे फोड़ दिया. If he really wanted that, or first if the war had to happen, why will he make the Pandavas, towards whom people tell me he is biased, go through the 30 years of Vanvas? पहले ही कर देते ना. Why did the Pandavas have to go through the 30 years of Vanvas at all? If the idea was that they were happy with the destruction of the family. Even after that, why do the negotiations have to happen? Just because Mahabharata becomes like one lakh sugar? Still the negotiations are happening. Pandavas agree only for 5 gaon. They are like, okay, you don't give us 100%, keep it. 5 gaon, only 5 gaon. We'll be happy with that. Let us protect the family. Because if the war happens, destruction is bound to happen. Let us protect the family. Only 5 gaon. Duryodhana says, Suchya, even the tip of a needle worth of land, I will not give. Why? Because it is not about the land at all. I cannot live with them. Atyanta vatsarya. Atyanta vatsarya. The jealousy is to such extent, and added to that the ego, where everybody is telling him you will lose, except one person. This person is very good. Who is that person? Actually, Shakuni. Shakuni is not as bad as we have goofy pattern makes him look. Kala dress, you know. He's actually not that bad. This is a part of the scheming. But Vedas she tells us, so that's another thing. People, we believe, and when I say people, I'm not saying you versus me, because I was as unknowledgeable as anybody else. I started studying because I was not finding answers only. This not these guys. Yeah. So don't take it personally. I'm saying this applies to all of us, including me. I have also been in a journey in Krishna Group of War and I've given Nimitta to whatever. Anyways, the point I was making was, what was I saying? Shakuni is a part of that group, and he does want, he is siding with Duryodhana and all that. But probably he also not that bad. I'll give you an example. When the Gandharva war happens, actually basically it is Duryodhana, Karna, Shakuni and everybody, they go to that forest where Pandavas are staying. Why? Because they want to show them, hey, look at the Aishwarya that we are living in, and look at you guys living in the jungle. So they thought we'll show them. Okay. Now at that time, they have a fight with the Gandharvas. When the fight with the Gandharvas happens, Karan to cut there. Of course, he fights very well, but he's hurt, he's injured. So to save his life, he goes. Duryodhana is captured by the Gandharvas. Yudhishthira sends the four Pandavas, Arjun, Bhim, Nakul and Sahadev, to fight with the Gandharvas to release Duryodhana. Now imagine this guy who had gone there to show off is being rescued by the very guys whom he was going to show off to. Can you imagine कितना लगा होगा? बहुत लगा था. He's like, I don't want to go back to Hastinapur. I will die. I will do Amara and Anshan because I cannot face myself, obviously. Right? He's like, I will die here. Shakuni tells him, these Pandavas, you have done so much wrong to them. In spite of that, they saved you. Now you be the bigger man. Give them Indraprastha. They are today bigger because they saved you in spite of the fact that they are in the jungle because of you. They showed they are bigger. You have a chance to become bigger than them. Give them Indraprastha. Become the bigger man. Duryodhana is like, no. Now can you imagine Shakuni saying this based on what he heard? He actually says this. But Duryodhana is like, nothing doing, I am dying. So Karna comes back and he says, hey, you don't worry. It's not as if they've done any upkar on you. They are your citizens. You are the Raja, they are the citizens. It is the duty of the citizens to protect you. So it's not a big deal. ऐसा कुछ महान उपकार नहीं करते हैं. They've done what citizens are supposed to do. So you don't worry and let the Pandavas get over it. Hanishyami Arjuna, I will kill Arjuna. Vashan Karishyami Pandavan, I will bring Pandavas in your control. Don't worry. You come. 13 years is wait, I'm going to kill them. And this guy will come. Okay. So Shakuni is actually another bad. And Mahabharata, usually we think that it's all grey. There is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing, even dharma we really can't define because it's all grey. All the characters have grey. Even people who we consider heroes have broken all rules of the game and actually are very grey. And people who are otherwise who we think villains have not broken any rule. So they are actually good. Yeah? Hence there is no right, wrong, again. There is no hero, no villain. Vyasji doesn't agree. Vyasji is very clear who is what. Absolutely clear. He says in Adipada. He says Yudhishthira is a Dharmamaya Mahaduma. Yudhishthira signifies a tree of Dharma, whose Moola is Krishna, and whose Karta is Arjuna, and Bhim is the branches like Nakul, Sahadev, Raj and Kucha. He says Duryodhana is a Mahaduma also, but of what? Manyumaya, rage. He is the Druma, he is a tree of rage, the root of which is Dhritarashtra. Why Karna? Anyways, I'm sure there are questions, so I will not go why. I'll leave it here. Yeah. So, Vedyasji has no confusion at all about who is who. And then this question about, Kauravas are actually the better ones, they fought according to the rules of the war. Pandavas not so much because they did not fight the rules of the war. Okay. But more importantly, as Maharaj said, Dhritarashtra, Pandu, Vidur, they are the sons of Vichitravirya. But Vichitravirya is dead when they are born. it is through Niyoga. Who comes for Niyoga? Vedas. So he is the father, the actual blood, Rakta Sambandha that he has with Dhritarashtra and Pandu. And Vidur with Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Which means he is the Sage Dadaji of Pandav and Kaurav. Why will he be biased towards one side of his grandchildren and not the other? He absolutely has no motivation. So if there is an unbiased source of history possible, there can't be anything more unbiased. And even if you wanted to be biased, you will be biased towards your bloodline. Who is his bloodline? Why not the Pandavas? Because they are born from Surya. Correct? Pandavas are actually also born from Yuva. It's so Pandu is not the father. Pandu is only the name. Right? So the blood of Vyaji doesn't flow in the Pandavas. So even if he had to be biased, he would be biased towards God. Which means, when people say history is written by victors, while that is true in principle, it is not true for our history. Okay. The other thing about Itihas, which is actually different from history, which we must know is this. Only two books are called Itihas, Mahabharata and Ramayana, because they have been composed by people, by rishis, who were contemporaries. Yeah. आज का history also is written after things have happened. This is written by people who are there, present at the moment. That is why Purans are not called Itihas. Okay? Purans have an aspect of history, larger aspect of metaphors, but they have aspects of history. There are lots of lineages and history, but they have not been written by contemporaries. Okay, they've been written Purana or Purana. So written also much later. We're talking about stories which were much Purana and lots of metaphors. Yeah. So this differentiation also we should look at that the history was written by contemporaries, and hence why history is written by victors is correct in general. Doesn't apply. So I can start stop here, and we can take questions.
You are about to say the story about the Shaman.
Oh yeah.
Interesting part.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Actually, if I tell you the story, let me take 10 minutes and tell you two stories. Okay, let me tell you. After when Sri Ram is around 16, Vishwamitra comes to take him. Vishwamitra said, I need you to protect my, or he tells Dasharatha that I need your son to protect my yagna. Because there are these two Rakshasas, Subhahu and Madhumari, which are creating a lot of trouble. And they do not allow me to complete my yagna. So I need your son to protect him. Dasharatha is, she's like, no chance. There is no chance, like my son is young. I can't fight Subhahu and Marish together. You want my son to fight both of them? Nothing happening. I will come with the army and fight one of them. So Vishwamitra is of course angry, but he doesn't say much. He says, okay, if you don't want to, you promised to me that you will give me whatever I want. Now you don't want to give me, it's okay, I will go. Okay. So Vashishta ji says at that time, Arey, don't worry. Tava putra hitarthaya upagamya yachate. He's come here asking for his son for the benefit of your son only. He himself is Shakta. He can manage. He himself can nicely manage, protect his yagna. He's come here for the sake of your sons. Now there is a reason that Vishwamitra gives Sri Ram the first lesson of passion. Not going there. But Vashishta says, I know it, so let him go. I know him, so let him go. That I know him is very interesting. Because Vashishta ji and Vishwamitra ji have a very interesting connection. Vishwamitra ji was not Vishwamitra. What was he? He was a Raja. He was a king. Once while hunting his entire troop and everything, they end up at Vashishta ji's ashram. Vashishta ji had a cow which was like Kamani. Her name was Shabla. Okay. So Shabla was like she could produce as much food as foods and drinks and everything for any number of people around her. So Vishwamitra is like, wow. Kaushik is like, why does a rishi need a cow like that? She's a Ratna. Ratna should be with the king. So I want her. he's like, you name, you जो दाम लगाना लगाओ, I'll pay, but I want Shabda. She says, no, nothing, no, I can't give her you because I depend on her for everything. And I depend on her for my puja, so no chance. Anyway, so Vishwamitra Kaushik takes it to his heart and he's like, nothing to it, I want Shabda, and he attacks. So when he attacks, there are some, it is said that Shabda say they create some tribes of warriors and Vishwamitra is defeated, his sons are also defeated. Okay. So he's like, okay, I'll get more astras. So he goes and does tapasya and gets more powerful astras. Comes back with more powerful astras. Again tries to attack, but still gets defeated. Then he realizes it is the Brahmatva, Brahmanatva of Vashishta. That itself is so strong that his Kshatriya Bala is nothing in front of it. So he's like, I want the Brahmatva why to defeat Vashishta. Okay, so he starts doing tapasya. Now he's doing tapasya. And at some point, Menaka comes out of his ashram. There's one more story, but I can skip that. But Menaka comes and Menaka is extremely beautiful, Apsara and all that. He sees Menaka and he forgets he's doing tapasya. And 10 years they live together. Okay. After which he realizes that perfect. My karma has taken over. My lust has taken over, and the whole discipline that I was living to become a tapasvi, that has gone down the drain. So he tells Menaka, aap jao, and he goes back to doing his tapasvi. Now Indra wants to test Vishwamitra. Okay. So after some years of his anusthana, he sends Brahma. Vishwamitra sees Brahma and he realizes that she's been planted there. Okay. So he becomes very angry. He says, you've come to break my tapasya, I know it very well, Indra has done that, and he curses Brahma. But as soon as he curses Brahma, क्या हुआ अभी? First time, calm and cool. Controlled, she's calm because he did not give in to Brahma. But the growth is still there. Growth is still not gone. He realizes immediately and he goes back and does his tapasya. Acha, by this time, Brahma ji has come 2-3 times. He says, Acha, now you become a Rajrishi. And he's like, I don't want to become a Rajrishi, I want to become a Brahmarishi. And Brahma ji says, no, you don't have that kind of control to become a Brahmarishi. So not yet there, you continue to tapasya. That's after that all this happens. So growth में नहीं विजय पाया. So he does tapasya again. Some multiple years of Nirahara, living on air and all that, he does his anushthan. And finally, on the day when multiple years of Nirahara, he finishes tapasya and he's cooked some food, some prasadam to eat. But before he could eat it, Indra comes again as a yachak, atithi. And he says, I'm very hungry. He's probably thinking that Vishwamitra will be angry. अभी खाने बैठे और तभी कोई आ गया. But this time Vishwamitra doesn't say anything. He feeds Indra very nicely. Stays hungry. Goes back to his tapasya. So now calm, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह सब पे control पा लिया. Then Brahma ji comes and says, हाँ, now you become a Brahmarishi. Now you become Vishwamitra from worship after all this. Vishwamitra says, no, not because you say. If Vashishta ji agrees, then only I will agree that I am a Brahmarishi. So Vashishta ji comes and he's like, no, you are a Brahmarishi. So the tapasya, which started as a revenge, by the time he becomes a Vishwasya Mitra, the friend of the world, that revenge has only gone away. That has developed into respect for Vashishta. And that is why Vashishta ji says, I have known that person's journey. It is not easy to be able to actually systematically start controlling your tongue, movement, mansarya. Because these are the vasanas inherent to all of us. Right? To be able to achieve that after so many years is a huge task. So yes, you are a Brahmarishi and that I am a user. Now you know who tells this story to Sri Ram? This story is narrated to Sri Ram in Ramayana by anybody knows?
Vishwamitra.
No. Vishwamitra is not talking about this.
No, Lakush.
Lakush, yes, because they are the ones actually narrating. But to Sri Ram, there is a Purohit of Janak, Raja Janak. When they reach Mithila, Purohit of Raja Jata, his name is Shatananda. He tells this story to Sri Ram, saying that how lucky you are that you found a guru like Vishwamitra. And you know why he's saying this? This is start. Because when they reach there, Sri Ram tells Shatananda that we went to Ahalya ashram. We went to the ashram of Ahalya and we've seen her, we've met her, and now we are coming. So Shatananda is very happy. And he says, Arey, you've met my Deva Rupini Mata. Shatananda is the son. He's a Rajpurohit of Raja Janaki Mithila. But he's the son of Ahalya and Gautam. Okay. And we know that before reaching Mithila, Sri Ram had done the Uddhar of Ahalya. Right? Now what is Shatananda saying? Tejaswini, Yashaswini, Mama Mata. We've met the Yashaswini, my Mata, and we've come. And then he's very happy, and in that process he tells the story of Vishwamitra to Sri Ram. Okay. Now the story of Ahalya is what all of us know. Those who know what I have written and said, and from Valmiki Ramayana don't say anything. But what is the others who know the story of Ahalya? What is the story?
There are many versions of it. One said she wanted to be, one said she was pregnant.
Just tell me how does the Uddhar happen?
Not by technical.
So you know it, as I said, don't say it.
It was just a big stone and then you are detached with his feet and
Right. This is the popular narration. Any narration you see of Ahalya, you will see that the stone by the feet of Sri Ramji is becoming a lady. Yeah, and the story goes that she was cheated by Indra. Indra took the vesh of her husband and cheated on her and did somehow with her. And Gautam caught them red-handed and he was very angry. He was so angry at his wife because all our rishis have to be misogynists that he didn't do anything to Indra. And caused her, who was completely without any flaw, to become a pathan. Because clearly she didn't know anything. She was tricked. Uska koi dosh nahi. You know what happens? So this is a very popular narration. You see this in most retellings of Ramayana. I tell you the actual story, and you will understand why the other Kavis, when they were talking about the story, had an issue saying that probably Ahalya wasn't for him. Okay, because we consider her to be Sati. So we raise these expectations in our minds, right? That Sati matlab there cannot be any flaw. Living up to the highest bars, which he does, but not in the way we understand. So this is how the story is. The story is narrated by Vishwamitra to Sri Ram. When they are reaching Mithila, just outside of the city, there is this ashram. So this is a beautiful ashram, but they can't see anybody. So Ramji asks her, who is the ashram? Who is here? And Vishwamitra says, there is a Deva-Rupini lady here called Ahalya. She is the wife of Vishnu. Once upon a time, because Ahalya was extremely beautiful, she was very beautiful. Indra desired her. So he took a vesh of Muni. It doesn't say he takes a vesh of person. He says he takes a vesh of Muni. And he comes to her and says, Samboga Tvayasana Ichchami. I wish to have Samboga. What does Ahalya do? Sahasraksham Vignaya. Not a Vignaya. Knowing this is Indra, what happens? Mati Chakara Dudvite Devaraja Kautulat. She knows this is Indra. Indra is this ruling lady. He's a king of all gods. She's like, Vishwamitra says, Mati Chakara Dudvite. At that point, she has a lapse of judgment. Why? Devaraja Kautulat. She's like, Devaraja desires me. Think of it. If the men know that Katrina Kaif desires me, what do you do? Same goes for women. Same goes for women. When you know somebody who is looked up to by everybody, who is desired by probably every woman, that person, what happens? It's very natural. She consents. She consents. So by today's standard, she's as empowered as anybody else. It is her consent. Nobody is forcing him on her. And how do we know she consents? They have their kriya. And she says, Kutarthasmi. I'm very satisfied. Shigra gacha. Now go fast. Rakshasva mama. Rakshasva mama atmanamcha gautamat. Protect me and yourself from Gautam. She is knowing exactly what she is doing. It is with her permission that the Sambhona happens. And then Gautam comes, he said, सबसे पहले he curses Indra. This is Vifalam Bhava, become impotent. How he becomes impotent and how he feels that is good. And to her, he doesn't convert her to stone or anything. What's the point of converting somebody to stone? She had done it out of her own consent, right? Because of that judgment, because of the karma that took over at that point. He says, I will come back to you eventually. When, how have you lived? Nirahara Vadabaksha, Bhasma Shaini Tapasvini, Tapyanti. You do tapasya here as Nirahara, sleeping on the ground. Yeah, Vadabaksha, eating only air. Like the tapasya which actually Vishwamitra was doing when he was trying to gain control over his calm control. So she agrees. She spends her years doing tapasya in that ashram. And Gautam had said that at some point Ram will come, and when he comes, I will come back to you. That will be the period of your tapasya. She could have very well chosen not to do the tapasya. She was not going to stone or anything. But she chose to do the tapasya. Okay? And after all those years, when Sri Ram goes there, the word Vishwamitra uses is, this is the ashram of the Deva Rukmini Ahalya. Think of it, nobody is judging her. How can Vishwamitra judge her? He knows what it is to have these human follies. He has himself been a victim of that, and he has himself come out of it. So if Vishwamitra ji can become a rishi by falling and getting up, how is she any different? And that is why she is a tapasvini, yashasvini, deva rupini sati. Not because kuch kiya nahi aur patra bana nahi. Because she has the karma. She falls for it. But in our dharma, that is not the end of the world. Life gives us a second chance. If we are willing to acknowledge, if we are willing to do tapasya, what is tapasya? It is a sankalpa to get over our vasanas. That is what Ahalya has done. What happens after that? We are told, Lakshman and Shiva, they enter the ashram. Raghavau tasyaha padau jagrantu. Ram and Lakshman touch her feet. She is no different from Vishwamitra. Only that she is a woman. How different is it when Vishwamitra sees Menka and he forgets his tapasya? Here she forgets, it's a lapse of judgment. Menka is extremely beautiful, desired by everybody. She's come to Vishwamitra. Indra is all powerful. He's come to Ahalya. Absolutely no difference. Who better than Vishwamitra to understand that? And if we can allow Kaushik to become Vishwamitra, she has to become one of the Panchasatis that we call her. Right? That is why she is Sati. But over time, what happened is, the way the boundaries were set in the society, it became very difficult for people to accept that she could have been. Because there you were like, what if our spouses do? Right? So over time, your value system and stuff changes, and the key message is forgotten. And for her to become a sati, she has to have done no wrong. But that is not what the Dharma teaches. That is not what the epics teaches. And as I said, the epics teach us about Dharma to calm moksha. And to me, these two stories are amongst the best that come in Ramayana. So anyways, with this I will stop. So I took more than 25 minutes. Open up, it's open to questions. Whatever you have.
Let's do another round of applause just before we start.
So obviously we're going to open up the floor for questions. We'll try to be as orderly as possible. I don't want to clear the line. So anyone with questions, let's do old school. Raise your hands, and then we'll start from the first one that we'll move over. Right here to the back. As loud as possible.
I'll try.
Yeah.
So, great session. When you were talking about Arya versus Anarya, something that resonated with me was just the past Sunday. Someone told me about how Aryans and Dravidians they coexist in India. When I had to talk to them about or draw their attention about the Aryan invasion theory and how it coexists and how the narrative has been changed. So thank you for that.
Sorry, are you saying that Aryan invasion happened?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying there is a theory which is wrong.
Okay.
And
Yes. Yeah, yes.
I would not be present over here if I were. But are there any other ways apart from just Ramayana or Maharishi Valmiki's Ramayana rather, where and Mahabharata of course, where Aryan or Arya, Anarya, those things are present that we can talk to them, and if we use that as an evidence, it would convey our ideas in a better way and it would clear a lot of confusion. Because I think that has been very confusing and everywhere I've been going.
In Ramayana, there is no word Dravidi. Okay. In Mahabharata, we do find the word Dravida used. But it is used as a kingdom in the south. Like you have Kalinga, like you have Kishkinda. Like you don't have Kishkinda, but anyways, Kalinga, you have. It talks about Pandya, Chola as well. Maybe there are later editions, but along with that, there is Dravida. So it's not as if South was one Dravid and people were all Dravidians. There is no mention of the Dravida people as such who've gone from north to south. There has been a lot of migration over time. Like I'll give you an example. The Vodeyas of Mysore, the kings of Mysore, they consider themselves Yadavas. Okay, so they are called down that way. So today, if somebody says they are Dravidians, it doesn't make sense, right? Similarly, you find a lot of these connections, people going down, establishing new kingdoms, all the time. In fact, till the Aryan Dravidian theory came in, most of these kingdoms were somehow connected back to Suryavansha and Chandravansha. Because through Suryavansha and Chandravansha, as the key one, there are lots of various dynasties. So, you don't find that at all. That's the thing in those texts. So if somebody actually reads the text, they won't even get this idea that some external Aryans came and defeated them. In fact, in Ritwik, there's the other way around, which some people have used, like I think Michael Danilo and all have used this thing in Ritwik. They actually talk about the war of the 10 kings. And the ones who were defeated went outside. Nobody came in, they went outside. Yeah, so that comes in.
That makes sense. One more, actually, a follow-up question to that. There are many other narratives, like for example, Bhagwan Ram or Lord Ram, he used to have alcohol and meat and all that, which is wrongly translated, in my opinion, from the Ramayana and all. So, are there any other or any specific authentic translations that you think would be good?
So, at the cost of being lynched, I will tell you the truth. Does Ramayana talk about meat? It does. Does Mahabharata talk about meat? It does. Did Sri Ram hunt and eat meat? Did Sri Krishna and the Pandavas hunt and eat meat? They did. Live it. They were Kshatriyas. They were the people of their time. We cannot use their food choices to justify our current day food choices. That's why. We cannot impose our present day food choices and situations on them. The meat then was not as if Anna and Dalke, they had to do Anna. They lived in forest, right? More often than not, whenever they consumed meat, it was offered as a bali, as a sacrifice. And then they had to eat it. is it there? Yes. Alcohol, there is a whole description of how Arjun and Shri Krishna, they said to enjoy a peg before the birthday. It was a part of that culture. Again, I'm saying there was always balance. Yeah. And yes, they ate because again they were Kshatriyas, they had to fight. You need rajas. Okay, you need rajas covers everything. So they ate it. They definitely ate it. Over time, the whole vegetarianism has happened over time. There are enough descriptions and discussions even then about not eating meat. Why? Because definitely it is not sattva. Okay, so people who want to progress on the path of adhyatma should reduce meat consumption as much as possible. It definitely hinders according to the text. Okay, but it was not allowed for Kshatriyas. Okay. For Brahmins as well, it became strict over time. When the sacrifice, the yagnas used to happen, okay, we have Ashwamedh yagna and all these yagnas that they talk about, they are not symbolic, not per the text. The descriptions are as gory as you want to believe or not. They are. That is, that's exactly how it works. Huh? So Ashwamedh yagna, Ashwa, horse. Okay. So the one thing about Gita Press translation is this. They did not accept that Masa could mean mass or family. Everything else in Gita Press is perfect, except this one. Yeah. So for everywhere the word Masa is used in relation to the Yamna or Shriya, they made it Falkabda. Exactly. Okay. Does it make sense at all? When he's doing Vastu Shanti, he gets a black deer. He gets Lakshman to hunt a deer for Vastu Shanti sacrifice. Yeah. And then eventually they have prasad of it. The translation says, कुछ तो कोई तो फल का ये लेके आए और फल को तोड़ के ऑफर किया. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है. But then again I'm saying, again, just because they ate does not mean we have to eat today because Sri Ram Khanshin. नहीं. They were the people of their time. Food choices and all that change according to time and requirement. Today we know it is not good for us from health perspective. There's so much. We have enough avenues for rajas and tamas. We don't go to fight like they did. Yeah, we don't go out fighting like they did. So they needed for their time. How? We don't have to become apologetic about them eating. खाना है ना आज भी कितने लोग खाते हैं. What's the big deal? Why get all Christian about it? That's how it is.
Awesome, thank you for that question. We'll do it in a systematic manner. It's going to have a lot of issues. So try to keep it to one question.
Okay, but let me clarify one thing. So in some places, I do know they translate this as, oh, Shri Ram was madmasta in alcohol and having fun with Sita Ma. Some translations go to that level. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. ठीक है. They have not made a big deal out of it. It is very sahaja the way it is given. Yeah. Like today we be like, you won't make a big deal of घर पे जाके मैंने रोटी बना के सब्जी खा. It is given in that way. It's very sahaj because that's how it works.
Again, raise your hands. We'll go through one by a time. And I'm trying to move around the room so we get everyone. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Just to double down on that point, if you look at Ram's history when he actually stayed in the forest, it's impossible because there is no grocery store to get an organic vegetable. You have to live and survive and be maintain the health to be able to survive that. Same with Pandava. It's impossible to survive for 13 years in forest without eating meat. It's just not possible. And it's not like they have access to the organic farming or anything like that. There's a stock of grain somewhere, within the machine. You have to
So let me add to that based on a story from Mama. So in Ravan, this is what he says. But the import of that is this, that we will not cook or grow anything of our own, like how Brahmasars do. We will eat what is available, which includes hunting. Which includes hunting, which they do for Vastu Shanti and all. In Mahabharata, there is a very interesting story which comes. So these guys, Pandavas are staying in Naimisharanya. Some Aranya for some amount of years. Okay. And then we are told that Yudhishthira has a dream. In that dream, one nigger comes. And the nigger is crying. So Yudhishthira asks him, why are you crying? Asks him. And the Buddha says, so Acha, now there is a difference between the Vanvas of Sri Ram, Lakshmana and Pandavas. Pandavas' Vanvas is not like that. They are the entire troop. The five of them, there are other rishis, there are other Brahmins who are there. They have the whole entourage of servants, everything. Yeah. Yeah, not as much as they would have had there, but they have lots of people and they have lots of visitors all the time who are being fed and all of that. So the Buddha says, because of your grahasti that you established here, and indiscriminate hunting that has been happening to serve food and our population is shrinking. Hence, please go from here. Let us multiply. Let our lineage not go extinct. Let us multiply and you can come back after 2 years. Once we are back to being Earth. So in that sense, while we ate and hunted, this idea of maintaining the ecological balance is there, which comes out of that story, and that is important. Yeah. Because in the food cycle, we have eaten before. Yeah. So yeah, just also agree with you. So this point is there. Yeah, and this is not a transition. This is exactly not.
Awesome. Please try to keep your questions as questions. Just for the next couple of rounds. Yes,
Classes.
Easiest way.
Yeah. From the houses, what do you think should be taken as context? That which is like you should see it as something of the situation, and what do you think should be the takeaway that can be carried by us to the present situations?
I think every story or every incident will tell that. Yeah, I don't think I need to explain it. But when we talk about, say, Baligar, okay? So in Baligar, we know Sri Ram killed Bali from behind. Now, do we take away that if we don't like somebody, we can go and cheat with them and kill them from behind?
No.
That would be taking it literally.
Yeah.
But what is the message? The message which Sri Ram himself gives at that point, he's talking about Raja. Okay? He's saying that I am the representative of the Raja here. As Chakravartis, we have to establish order and dharma wherever we are. So wherever we see adharma, we have to exterminate it. He tells Vali, because Vali asks this question, that why did you kill me from behind? Again, because Sri Ram has to be Maryada Purushottam. He cannot kill Vali from behind. Lots of our Kavya Kavis couldn't accept it. So then there are stories which you might have seen. Have you heard any stories where why Vali was killed from behind?
He was not considered a complete human being, so it's sort of like a king hunting an animal.
That is one of the side reasons because Vali himself saying that why did he have
One of taking away half the power here.
So there are these stories that Vali के साथ सामने से लड़ाई करोगे, तो you take away half of his strength. So hence it is justified. Half of his strength was never defeated. Hence Sri Ram can take it from behind. So it's justified and people made it peaceful. But Sri Ram doesn't need us to justify it. Vali asks this question. Sri Ram says, what adharma dharma you talking about? Vali literally says that, oh, I thought you were people who were tapasvis and who had dharma. But you have no dharma. You are just clad in a cloth of tapasvis, but there is no dharma in you. Why did you kill me from behind? Sri Ram said, what dharma are you talking about? Do you know what is dharma? Have you lived dharma ever in your life? What did you do? You've done kama tantra pradhana. For you, your whims, your lust, only that you did pradhana. If that was pride for you, that is how you live your life, and that is teaching dharma dharma. He said, if you knew your Raj dharma, you would do exactly what I have done. Why? He says, you did something which is unpardonable. You violated your younger brother's wife while he was still alive against her wishes. Forcefully. Anyone who does that like a putra. Elder brother is like a father. Yeah. So younger brother's wife is like a putri or putra. Yaha naraha kamat prachare. Any nar, any man who violates them or behaves them or basically rapes them like this forcefully out of lust, there is only one danda for it. Vadha dandas vinaha. So what I have done, I have lived my Rajdhani. I was not here to fight with you. What aage piche are you talking about? I was not fighting with you. I was giving you danda. You don't have to teach me what are the rules of giving danda. This is the only danda for the action that you have committed. Now accept it rather than cry. Because if you accept it, then Manu says that if a Raja gives danda and the culprit accepts the danda, karma ka phal mil gaya. Okay? So you are cleansed of the karma that you have done. But if the Raja knowingly that you are a culprit does not give you danda, you will still be free. Because कर्म का फल देने वाला राजा है in that context. ठीक है? So you will still be free, but the path is still there. Who gets that path? The Raja. He said, I know Raja very well. So if you knew Raja, you would have done the same. Now here, you don't take the context कि पीछे से जाके किसी को मार दो, but you take the learning out of it that how should a state deal with such assets, right? What is the larger perspective here? It is the Raj Dharma. It is about establishing Raj Dharma, which is key. So that is what we do. So every situation will be like that.
One quick question. We are seeing a lot of popular retellings about this. What do you think the motivation behind these popular retellings that has erased all these kind of real values, real things that the Indians have?
So one, of course, is propaganda. People want to do that. But let me not attribute malai's to everything, because this is not new for our tradition. Okay. I told you about Abhijnan Shakuntala. Kalidas ji has taken lots of creative liberty with the character of Shakuntala itself and the story itself. Mahabharat Shakuntala, Dushyant's wife, is extremely feisty. She fights for her rights. And Kalidas Shakuntala is all about rasa, emotion. When you read the story when it comes in Mahabharata, you will not cry. But when you read the story of Valmiki, of Kalidasa, you will be all emotions, rasa. You know, because he was writing a Natya. Natya has to evoke rasa. Yeah. So he did not have any bad intention in mind. He was only creating a literary masterpiece, which it is. Okay? So this has happened for a long time. Now what has happened?
The recent one,
Yeah, even in the recent ones, sometimes it is just the fertile imagination of the writers. And sometimes it is their own non-understanding. Right? For example, I really liked the book when I read it, The Palace of Illusions. Right? It's a beautifully written book, but it is trash. If you try to learn history from that, it will take you in a completely different direction. She's created an angle of her and Draupadi love affair. That can only be possible if Draupadi was overtaken by Stockholm syndrome. If there is one person who has called Draupadi Vesha in the entire Mahabharata, entire, not Duryodhana, not Dushasana, not Dhritarashtra, not Shakuni, only Karna. The whole idea of Vastraharan is his. Oh.
Okay, seeing it in the character.
And I know this hurts a lot of Marathi discussion. Thanks to I don't want to say much about that.
Alright.
Did she say?
Just remember one question only. We need to get to around as many questions possible.
That is fiction. Do not try to learn lessons of Mahabharata. Also, when it comes to some of the very popular and very loved readers, like Ramchandra, they all have their face. Actually, as I said, it was not always bad intention. Ramchandra Maharaj is how to make a complete feel, right? Because they were in a situation where Surviving in the Hindus was difficult. Our mandirs were broken, jizya was being imposed. Living as Hindus was difficult. We needed a ray of hope. What did Prithviraj do? He gave us that hope in the form of Shri Ram by making the story of Ram accessible to everybody when he made it up. Right? He is not writing the Itihas of Ram. He is writing the story of his Ishmael, Imagine and Ram. Hence the text is all Bhakti. However, if there is a difference in the story of Valmiki Ramayana and Ramacharita, especially even in the characters, then from an Aitihasic perspective, we will go with Valmiki Ramayana. There is that much clarity there. We don't have to miss anything. Okay? On our show, of course, there is propaganda. Otherwise, how can anybody even come up with this argument? Yeah. I know people are ridiculous. And then you bring in values of feminism, which are completely not understood. And write on these books, imposing those values on our characters without actually reading the text. That is the biggest problem. When others were writing, they had read the text. And that is why there is this myth. I don't know, nobody's asked me, let me talk about it. There is a very popular essay called 300 Ramayana. Yeah. And the sad part of it is that a lot of our traditional gurus also accepted. रामायण तो जिसका भाव है, जिसका अनुभव है, कैसे भी लिखो. Agree, I agree with that in spirit. But जिसका जैसा भी अनुभव है लिखो, जिसका जैसा भी भाव है लिखो, I have a problem with that. That is why it can be used to trash a civilization. Your bhav has to be right. Even then, even if your bhav is right, if you have to learn from it, the lessons that you have to learn from it, you will need to go back to it. And why am I saying that again and again? Because the character of Shri Ram in Ramacharita is very different from Valmiki's Shri Ram. Valmiki's Shri Ram is shrewd. He's a Raja, no, at the end of the day. He's a statesman. He does all that he needs to do what he needs to do, to establish Dharma. Yeah. So, that learning of Raj Dharma, which we want to learn, we cannot get it from Tulsidas Ji's Ram. We have to get it from Valmiki. Oh, and one more thing. At least in the right half, okay, they have all attributed their bandhan first to Valmiki Ji. So in their mind, there is no confusion that where the original source is. Yeah? And I stress on this because stories are not learning. But knowing what is the exact one and being able to talk about it when we are faced with debaters, we need to do that.
So we are deep in the bowels of the ivory tower being in the UTD. So people like you and Rajiv Malhotra and Michelle Danino and whoever got here, they don't set the narrative that the kids read in college, right? So I was listening to your podcast and you accidentally during whatever came, you had a life-changing experience and you became an expert. You have an amazing command of what you're saying. If you claim you learned all this in 2 or 3 years, hats off to you. My question is, if I was somewhere between 8 to a 20-year-old woman that was, coming here today to listen to you, I would definitely want to engage in history and do this. You don't have access to this case because you are not inside the ivory tower. How do we make more of this case? I bet you if you take a poll, any students here, business analytics, computer science, and all those fields, how do we inspire them to take history and a PhD in Sanskrit? So if you were a Romola Copper, you would have set the narrative. Unfortunately, you only started this few years ago, right? How do we change all that?
Very honestly, I am not too fussed about it. I would say if you can make money taking computer science, do it, yeah. Leave it up.
Then you already have the already set the narrative.
No. Why is YUVA giving somebody like me access to all of it? Because today, the Hindu American society is also monetarily well off to be able to do it and is recognizing the value of it. If we did not have the money, I can claim I could have PhD in Sanskrit and nobody could have allowed me to. Right? So Artha is equally important as Dharma. Now, are they mutually exclusive? Not at all. In fact, all the people you name right now, let me also add to that difference about science and technology, they're all engineers. So somewhere I also believe that only studying humanities is दिमाग को खराब कर देता है. You rather not do it, do something more
you only have access to the 0.01% of the Hindus who are motivated.
Yes.
Or other Hindus who are not here today, and the secular Hindus and the Muslims and the Christians, they are listening to Popcorn Tribe and Pixel and Umar Chakra. Why can't we become the Popcorn Tribe?
We will become that. We have that started now. Right? With the technology. Sir, why am I here? I'm nobody. Right? I'm absolute nobody. But I'm here. It is not because of me. It is because the direction the civilization is taking. In spite of whatever goes into academia, 2014 happened even after 70 years of secular education. How was that possible? Yeah. I'm not saying the point you're making is wrong. We do need that. We definitely need that. But that doesn't have to happen from the grassroots. Even people who are sympathetic to our cause don't really know what the text says. But now I'm changing. Now I'm hoping that people, the students here, get curious, they read the text for what it is. And also, again, I'm nobody. And still, people watch, a lot of people watch my podcast. Right? So it is not just people here. Technology is taking over everywhere. And where somebody is making sense, everybody is willing to listen. So even when I've made some claims, actually not I making claims, I was saying what the text says. Okay. A lot of people were initially very, very suspicious. They were like, I am Avda Lady here, definitely she has an agenda of being anti. Take the lady. Take the I. Okay. So I was trashed for something I'm proud of. And there's a reason. Okay. I cannot blame this. That is how a lot of our scholars have done, right? With the degrees from all these activities, all that they've done is work against us. So I don't trash it. But a lot of even youngsters, they were like, how dare she say things like that? Let me go and check. I'm going to prove her wrong. And they actually checked. And they were like, oh my god, she's actually right. There's so much we don't know. And I get so many messages from across the world saying that, ma'am, the way we look at Shri Ram has now changed. We are going back to reading the Valmiki Ramayana. Now, they send me pictures of them ordering the Valmiki Ramayana and the Lord. So that is happening. Really, yoga, well, she said, we are so
That's great. That's great.
Alright, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to have two last questions. They can be actual questions and short and quick to the point, right? And no double questions, none of that. Alright.
No.
Yeah, no double questions. Okay. One's going to be line shirt over there, and then we're going to do UVA over here. Alright. Let's start with him first.
Most of the narratives today are based on the Uttarakhanda of Valmiki Ramayana. What is your take on the originality of Uttarakhanda being part of Valmiki Ramayana?
A good question and short to the point. That's okay.
We are Indians, so we are elaborate. We would like to debate rather than short questions.
Unfortunately, we don't have the time. You can encourage that afterwards. Take your time, converse with her, but our room's only available to 9 o'clock.
You have to come here. Saturday.
Yeah, we shall announce the future events in a moment. Let's get to the question and answers now.
I will not give an explanation for that in mind. There is really no one answer. Because lots of scholars today, they believe that there is no Uttara in original Valmiki. Okay. And the reasons that they state are actually very strong for somebody to say there is no Uttara. Because you actually see some inconsistencies between what is told before and Uttara. However, a lot of Parliamentary states, they believe that Uttarakhand is a part of Valmiki Ramayana. And not because of British or anything. They genuinely believe. Because lots of commentaries written in the medieval India, they come from Uttarakhand. Even the critical edition that has been made comes with the Uttara. With the caveat that ho sakta hai, nahi ho sakta hai. So I don't have the scholarship to put my foot down and say, hey, nahi. Because there is a chance that that is there, but the inconsistencies could have happened over time, right? So which part do you accept, which part do you not accept? Also, some of the stories which are so popular about how did Ravan get the Vardhan and all that, they also come from Uttarakhand. Okay. So I struggled with this question when writing the book. Now, what is the issue with Uttarakhand? It's not as though Uttarakhand is wrong. There are two instances which are actually the which gets us in knots, right? And even people who are believers, we cannot accept that Sri Ram sent Sita Mama, right? How much ever we love, that grudge is there, right? And then there is a Shabbat. But I realized something that, again, the question we need to ask is this. Are we here or are the texts sent to us so that we judge Sri Ram? Or are the texts here so that we learn about something from it? The question is always, what is in it for me? And when I ask that question, my perspective towards those episodes also changed. Yeah. So I genuinely believe that Uttarakhand ho ya na ho, because we can very well say Uttarakhand being a channel, right? But when others are going to talk to us, as Sir said, they are going to talk about these incidents. So there is like a convenient way out because it's